What is up, everybody? And we're back. It's your boy Cristo coming at you live.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the SmallTown Misfits Podcast. It's me, Rocky Raccoon, a.k.a. Rocksteady, a.k.a. Too many AKAs. All right. So, first things first, man.
Today's
How's your week been
February
going?
23rd. Week is going great, going strong.
24th.
Today's the 24th.
24th, February. Friday.
It's cold. It's cold Friday, February. I'll tell you
End of
that
the
right
work week.
now. End of the work week. End of the work grind, buddy.
End of the work grind.
Did you make it another week?
I did, man. Go in there. Got to be energetic. You got to have a positive attitude. Make it through, man.
Got to do something, man, to make it through. I mean, it's Friday, you know.
Yep, stay
It's
busy,
Friday,
man.
then Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, man. Been a pretty crazy week. Speaking of crazy, man, we kind of had a pretty, I would say a pretty intense false emergency in our town, in our little town. You probably have actually seen it on the news. We had a bomb threat at our local high school.
Yeah, bomb threat in Colorado.
Yeah.
There was multiple schools in one day, I think.
I think there was like 6.
Yeah.
I think there was like 6, man.
I think Boulder was one of them.
Boulder, Aspen. I think Alamosa. There in the more Brighton. I think there was another one, and then you have us. So
no actual suspect at the moment, right?
no actual suspect. They cleared it. So I heard it was crazy though. I wasn't there. I heard about it. So my in-laws live right across the street. I would say maybe 100 yards away from the high school, and they evacuated them. But before that, she said that there was every marked car, unmarked car, ambulance staged like 2 blocks away, and all the cops were like merged in the front of the high school with their shotguns aimed at the school. And supposedly, she had talked to one of the parents, and right before they cleared everything, they swept every room still. So all the kids were sitting in their room for 2 hours in the dark. And then after they cleared, the bomb threat, they went in and had their guns up while they were going into the rooms and patted down every student in every single room before they actually let them all go. But I thought it was pretty gnarly, right?
I mean, what do you do in a bomb threat situation? What's the protocol? What's the wrong protocol? What's the right protocol?
Man. Yeah.
How do you handle a situation like that? Can you imagine the kids sitting down in there? What's going through their mind? Some of them are probably playing it off, trying to be cool. Some of them are probably worried and stuff like that. But it's
crazy.
To think like somebody would want to do something like that in the first place.
Yeah, and especially in multiple counties, and it makes it that much more believable and real, to the kids that are there too. And it's very real, for parents too, because it's been an ongoing thing. You read about it in the news, mass shootings, threats, with these young kids, and it was just very surreal to kind of hear about that in our town. So
yeah, I think I was having a conversation about like shootings and casualties and accidents and stuff like that, and I think it's getting more reported because there's more social media presence and stuff like that. So there's not anything going. It's like no rock is being unturned because there's a camera at every single corner nowadays.
Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, when I was in high school, I think I was a sophomore when they put their very first cameras in high school, and now you have to have a badge around your neck on a lanyard at all times or on your person, and make sure that you're there. And some high schools are lax, but some are pretty.
I think we have a lax one. I think there's some out there in the county where you gotta go through metal detectors and
a lot
stuff
more
like
strict,
that,
yeah.
see through backpacks, things like that. And nowadays you see, when I was getting some school supplies, I seen some like Kevlar backpacks nowadays,
Yeah.
I remember people were complaining about how backpacks are so expensive. Well, nowadays people are going above and beyond to get the expensive one because they don't know what's going to go on in classrooms nowadays.
I actually think I've seen those that you're talking about. The guy who made them actually made an insert to put a plate in there, just like a 2-pound plate,
That's
for the kids. So that way, and it was on the back. And, you train them. So, like, if there was an incident like that, you turn it around so it's on your front, covering your torso so it protects you.
That's crazy.
I think it's just nuts that's out there to teach kids. Not to teach kids, but out there for kids. Because, when I was young, there wasn't that stuff.
We were thinking about it. I think the biggest casualty at the time that kind of woke everybody up was Columbine.
Columbine, yeah.
Like that.
That was the biggest one. Mm-hmm. I mean, that at that time. So, yeah, that was pretty crazy. And speaking of crazy stuff, man, I saw that the Russians were using this, I don't know what type of weapon it was called.
Wasn't it called like the something?
Let me see. I think I can pull this up right here before my brain starts smoking
So you're talking about the Russian-Ukrainian war. I think that's.
Yes.
I think we were talking about that a little bit earlier ago. How I was telling you it's silent Cold War. How like everyone's putting their
silent
own money.
World War III.
Putting their money on every side, either side. And then, but I did hear something about like some missiles like the Russians were using.
Let's see here. Hey man, I literally.
It's called like a what is it, like a thermobaric.
Jeez, man.
Thermobaric.
20
bomb?
minutes later, yeah.
Thermobaric
Missile.
What does it do? What is it like?
So it's basically it's first of all it's banned by the Geneva Convention, but they're still using it in the Ukraine war. So which is pretty crazy. And the reason it is because if one goes off, it takes all the air away from that specific area. So if you're standing there and it goes off, it'll literally collapse your lungs.
So you're telling me this thing, if it goes off, it'll suck the life out of you?
Seriously.
Because it takes the oxygen out of the air.
Yep.
That's crazy, man.
What a
horrible
way
of the Geneva
to
Code,
go out.
Remember, people, that's like mustard gas.
Oh,
gas.
yeah. That happened after World War II, after we dropping bombs on everybody,
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, I get it. You gotta have those in place, so things don't get out of hand. But then what's stopping people like them from being like, whatever.
That's right.
That's your rules.
I don't know. They're definitely shaking up the boots down there, man.
It's pretty crazy, man.
Like I said, it's not just. I in my opinion, it's not just one country. It's multiple countries. Like I said, aiding another side, doing the dirty work behind, enemy lines, but not getting our hands dirty. But I think it's not a good thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It's not good at all, especially when they're using things like that on, on the ground. And I think, finally we were, able to send what did you say, missiles? And I think we've been sending some tanks down there too, for support.
Aid,
so
that's
that's good. And we keep getting reassured that if anything happens to them, we'll.
Is it good? That's. I mean, I don't know. I think we need more aid in America more than any place else. But then again, who am I to say? Who am I to say where that money goes?
I hear you, man.
But I do pay taxes just like everybody else, and I think we should definitely look into our own backyard before we start poking around someone else's backyard. But I understand that we're like, trying to help out other people with, their beliefs and stuff like that. Because that's the whole reason why we're there in the first place. Is they believe in one thing and the other side believes in another side. So.
Yeah, definitely. I think there is definitely ways to ration where your assets go and your money goes. But like you said, who are we to say, but sometimes, you look in our town, and you're like, we could use a lot of that money, or, Ohio, East Palestine can be using a lot of that money because of those train derailments.
Yeah. So talk about that train derailment out there and talking about like government aid and stuff. They haven't seen that much like news or social media presence lately. I think it only happened, a few weeks ago, but I haven't seen any government aid. They're saying that there's no government aid or anything like that. As of yet, this is still soon.
Yeah.
But, like you said, it happened like a couple of weeks ago, maybe a week ago, and
it wasn't the only one too,
it, right?
Yeah, and it wasn't the only one that derailed. There was a couple more. I don't know the names off the top of my head, but there was a few trains. So you think, why did that happen? Was it preventable? Can we prevent it from happening again? And how concerned should the natives be there of Ohio be concerned about all the toxins that were just burnt into their their atmosphere?
So I seen something about train derailments. People are saying, "Oh, it happens all the time. It happens all the time." Well, no one's really reporting anything about these train derailments, but they're not reporting some big dramatic issue that happened. It looked like a mushroom cloud.
Oh
It
yes.
just looked like a big mushroom cloud from miles away. You know, residents are like within probably miles within these train tracks with all these chemicals spilling everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's scary, man. You know, all the animals started dying, and people are, you know, complaining about getting sick, and you know, the government or the state, I don't know who it is, you know, they're reassuring that, you know, the air's good, the water's good. So hopefully, you know, hopefully.
I mean, okay, so they say that, and you know what I mean, or you say that, they say that. I'm not saying you're the guy, but
right.
I seen some videos online where they're like throwing rocks in the river, and it just a whole bunch of like
sediment and oil pops up. Yeah, so you got to think it's there.
Yeah,
you know it's there. You just gotta know what you're looking for.
And killing that many animals is crazy, man.
45,000 animals.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts, man. Yeah, 38 car pileup, going over 50 miles an hour, and I don't know how many boxcars had the like toxic, whatever it was. I'm actually not too sure it was. You know.
Yeah. Chemicals for sure. And then I seen another. There was a semi truck that got flipped over, and it had a whole bunch of like red chemical gas leaking from it.
Yeah, that's scary.
And it was on the highway, and it was like a three lane highway going both ways, so 3 this way, 3 that way, and it was just spewing on the other side of the highway, and they were just letting cars go through it. And eventually, they finally shut the highway down. But how many people were getting that in there, ingesting that in their bodies and stuff like that?
And how many things could have went wrong while there was people there? You know, is it explosive? Is it hazardous to breathe?
So what kind of chemicals that no one knows? I mean, the only person that knows is maybe the company that hired the truck driver to do that stuff. But other than that, we don't know what it's for. It could be for Roundup. It could have been for your food. It could have been something.
Pesticides. Who knows?
Hairspray shit for your hair, bro. Who knows what it is? But definitely chemicals. So.
Definitely something not good. Something that shouldn't have been spilled on the interstate. You know.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild, man. There's been some crazy stuff going on. And trying hard to keep it up.
I think our last episode we talked about that the sky and the balloon.
Oh yeah, the Chinese balloon. So I don't know. So the last one that they shot one down, right? Recently.
So they shot that one. That was where? South Carolina or South?
One was over. There was a few in the different places, but mainly they were shot off of like a coast or like coming into the States. Like I think one was over by Alaska, and then one was over by Carolina. Out that way, so east.
I remember one getting shot down, and there was like speculation saying it was like the Chinese, and then some people saying it was a university. Mm-hmm. But then the Chinese came out with saying, "I don't know why you guys shot our stuff down." Then
they did.
University.
Oh, I didn't see
that.
That
was us. So we don't know what's going on.
So people are
everybody else
all trying to claim
blankets and stories over and stuff like that. And then a couple weeks later, something else got shot down in Alaska, like you were saying.
Yeah, but that was like an object, right?
Yeah, so someone took a picture of it from an aerial view, I think it was.
See, man.
And you could see something shot down, a lot different from the balloon that they shot over here in the U.S. lower states, because when they shot that one in the lower states, it like dissipated and there was like a little bit of rubble, and you seen the balloon. But this one that they shot down, it was like more structured. And then, like, it had, like, a debris field. And then a couple days later, people were trying to look for it. And they couldn't find anything on there or anything like that.
I'm not finding it.
It was, like, a different image and things like that. And the U.S. government had a briefing saying it was another balloon. But they also had another briefing. What do they call it? They don't call it UFOs anymore. They call them UAPs, unidentified phenomenon or flying phenomenon, UFP,
something like that, yeah.
Flying phenomenon or something like that. Nowadays, they said that they shot something down. They're trying to recover it, and then I think things are going to start to go hush hush after that. So.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Like I'm trying to find it right now, and I seem to be.
Tell you what, Alaska's getting a lot of views and a lot of eyes out there going on because I think the government's been out there for a long time. It's just not a lot of people wanted to go out there. I mean, I think there's Fairbanks, Alaska, and I think and then another place out there. That's about it. Other than that, you still got those TV shows and those gold miners out there finding weird stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. So just like this, U.S. shoots down high altitude object over Alaska. So what's so interesting about Alaska? Yeah, I don't see no. Where's like all the pictures at though, man?
Like I'm saying, there's like only 1 or 2 still photographs of this thing from an aerial footage of it.
So yeah, if you guys can find it,
You'll see it out there.
Link it in the comments or something, because I'm genuinely interested in seeing what that looks like. Cause that'd be pretty crazy. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of conspiracy theories out there, especially if you can't, if it's not easily available to find on the internet,
And then people are jumping to conclusions too, like, oh, the Russians are doing this, the Russians are doing that because they spotted like fighter jets out there.
Oh yeah.
But then they're like, no, that's normal for them to do that. It's the open airspace. We've been watching them do that for years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're just flexing.
Yeah. So who knows?
It's pretty crazy, man. So on the on the lighter side of things, try to stray away from all the catastrophic things going in this world,
Put in the lower gear a little bit. What's going on in the sports world, man?
Sports world, man. Brady, he's coming back, baby.
Where's he going? I thought he was retired.
He's retired. He's
coming back to be
a Patriot.
Announcer, coach, coordinator.
No, so he's
water boy.
He's gonna be on the NFL, something like that. Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
but I know Robert Kraft is trying to get him to come back to be like a Patriot for one more day, like in his retirement. I don't know if he's going to do that or not.
That makes sense. I bet you he should. I mean, he was with that franchise, and he built that franchise to what they are now, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And apparently he's got another podcast that's on Sirius XM that just got renewed for a 3rd season. So I didn't know about that, so I got to check that out. I'm going to start listening to that, see what that like. So, yeah, I mean, in other news, I've been trying to keep up with basketball. It's so hard, though, because it's so fast.
Right now, still, man.
Oh, yeah. Did you watch the dunk contest?
No, I did not watch.
Oh, man. I just watched the highlights.
Who's going on that?
It was a kid from, I think it was OKC.
So the dunk contest, anybody can get in on it?
I think it's, anybody in the NBA.
Professional or college kind of deal.
I think you have to be in the NBA for this one.
NBA for this one?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Is it like the
Sixers? Mac McClung, yeah. So he got like 50s on 2 of his dunks.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, crazy. And I think that's pretty hard to do.
Is it white dude?
White dude.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not saying much. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not trying to be, but I'm just saying.
Dude's beast, though. I was watching that stuff and I was like, holy cow. It was pretty impressive, compared to the other stuff that was out there, and definitely compared to last year's hell of a dunk contest. Yeah, no hype whatsoever. But
yeah, a lot of those guys are like, well, give the dunk contest a run for its money because of COVID and shit. They really didn't do much of that shit.
Yeah, that's very true. They had the bubble and stuff like that, though. Yeah, I mean, but that's been a while now. So that's
now this one did good.
Mm-hmm.
I like watching those things, dude. The shit that they do, man, is crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. It's pretty crazy that Jake Paul, if he wins this, is it Jake Paul?
Jake Paul.
Is he the boxer? Is it Jake Paul?
Yeah. Well, both of them do. You're talking about his brothers. Yeah, both of his brothers, Jake Paul. Brother.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking about, Jake and Fury.
Yeah, he's going to be fighting, I think, pretty soon. I think he's going to be fighting Tommy Fury,
yeah, this Sunday, yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tyson Fury's son.
26th.
Right.
Yeah, so the crazy thing about it is that I heard if Jake wins, they're going to give him a rank.
I seen that. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, if he wins, he'll get a rank in like the boxing league.
What's a rank in boxing anymore anyways?
I mean, like, I guess
saturated with so many belts and
true.
I haven't even heard of a rank to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean,
all I just hear is record numbers. Like record numbers are like 20-4. I'm like, what?
True,
20-1, 20-0.
Well, I guess you think about like UFC where you got the top 10, of that weight class.
Yeah, bro. UFC rankings don't even work anymore either, dude. Everyone's
That's very true.
Skipping lines and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yep. And so he also made a deal. You know about the deal.
I heard about it, but tell the people about this deal, man.
Tell the people.
I don't.
So
I don't. You know what? Go ahead, tell them about this deal.
Yeah, it was a pretty heated. I don't want to say confrontation. What's the word I'm looking for? where they were together. You know, you watch it at UFC
They
all
were
the
doing
time.
they were doing the post fight boxing conference, bro.
Yeah, the conference. So each of them, you know, they're just, you know, going back and forth, and
Press fight.
and and so, you know, Jake's pretty much telling Fury, you know, you can't do anything, and then Tommy's telling Jake that he guarantees he's gonna knock him out in under 4 rounds, and he ain't crap, and he should have stuck to the easy money, and he's not an old man, and everyone out there is like cheering, and then once everyone starts cheering, Jake stands up and he's like, "How about we make a bet? Whatever I'm paying you, I'll pay you double plus his weight, like so, and his winnings."
Oh yeah,
And if Tommy loses, then he won't get anything.
And then and then he didn't say anything.
It was hesitation.
Didn't say anything.
I mean, I wouldn't blame him for not taking it.
I think
you know,
his granddad said something. What's his name? Tommy Fury Sr.
Yeah.
He was like, "We'll take that bet. I'll take that bet." Well, I guess he was a little hesitant on seeing it, but I don't know. A lot of people are going for Tommy. A lot of people going for Jake. It's a split thing, and I told you I'm going to bet on whoever's the best decision on the money line. So I guess we'll see where that comes out. And I think Jake's like minus 115 or 110 or something.
Minus 170.
Oh, 170. Wow.
Fury's plus 140.
So you bet $100, you're gonna get $135 back, I guess.
Something like that.
$35 probably, not much. Bet Tommy.
Yep. I just hope
bet
for a
Tommy
good fight.
$100, like you said, under 4 rounds, get you a couple bucks in your pocket.
Yeah. So, but like you were saying earlier, man, this fight could possibly be like a lose-lose for Fury if he wins, even, you know. So if he doesn't knock him out under 4 rounds like he said he did, then I feel like a lot of people are gonna be like, well, you didn't hold up to your word, you know.
But not only that, I mean, is Tommy a professional boxer? And some people say yes, some people say no, depending on the fights that he has. But
yeah,
like I said, a lose-lose situation is if he beats Jake Paul is not a real boxer, right? That's what a lot of people say nowadays.
True. Yeah.
And then if he does beat Jake Paul, then so what? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
So it's like.
So he's got to cream him.
He loses for sure. So I mean, Tommy's definitely putting big money on the line.
Yeah, he's got to come out. He's got to come out swinging.
Well, you know, Jake's gonna come out swinging. He's knocked out a lot of opponents in the past. You know, a lot of hitters. Debatable.
Debatable.
And stuff like that.
Were they old? So. You know, were they out of their prime?
Sure.
You know. People.
Everything comes into factor now. Now that he's fighting Tommy, I mean, they're both
debatable
in their prime. They're both fighters getting ready to duke it out. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, because they're around the same age, aren't they?
I think so.
No, mid-20s.
And if not, they're definitely in the same like athletic category.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
You know,
yeah, definitely.
At least.
Definitely built the same way, for sure.
Go ahead. That'll be a sight to see.
Oh, yeah.
Another sight to see would be you got John Jones coming back from a long way off. He fights Cairo Gain.
Yeah, that'll be pretty. Gain. Do you think he's done after this fight if he wins?
John Jones?
Mm-hmm.
I think he has like a 4-fight contract with the UFC.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, maybe 6 or maybe I'm not
sure. So
I know Sean O'Malley.
He's here for a long term.
Yeah, and then there's 2 belts, I think, on that line. Is there a belt? I think so. I'm not too sure. And then you got Valentina, she fights Alex Gracio. Yeah,
I like watching her fights a lot.
Yeah, dude, she's like the boss on video games where you can't beat because she's just like too good.
Right.
Like level 1, she's like a 1,000. You got to do all these quests.
You know, so I thought that about Amanda.
And the Nunes.
Yeah, until she lost. You know, I thought she was unbeatable.
Yeah, man,
indestructible.
She's a beast, dude.
Mm-hmm.
She's a beast.
So I'm excited to see her.
And another comeback fight is not a comeback fight, but another comeback TV series is The Ultimate Fighter that comes back.
I gotta watch
Michael
that,
Chandler versus Conor McGregor. That's coming soon.
Really?
I think that starts in May. Yeah.
Conor.
And then they'll fight it out.
That'd be pretty interesting.
So Conor McGregor comes back. Yes.
After being
John
hit
Jones
by
comes
cars
back.
And stuff, you know.
Yeah, he got hit by somebody over. He was riding his bike.
Mm-hmm.
Got hit.
Got hit by someone. The dude's
nice
like, "Get
guy,
your car, get your bike in the car. I'll take you for a ride."
And then on social media, you see a whole bunch of fighters like Dustin Poirier and Nick Diaz.
Oh, yeah.
They all did some selfies in the car. They're like, "Oh man, just ran over some Englishman on a bike. Hope he's all right."
Some homeless looking dude.
That's funny.
Oh man.
What else is going with you, man?
Not too much, man. I'm just trying to stay warm, dude. I'm like
doing all right.
You know,
a little headed out there.
The six extra weeks of winter, you know, when that
That do you believe in that little thing that comes out of the ground, whatever you
Groundhog.
call it, groundhog?
I didn't even know it was a thing. That's been like 3 weeks ago. So
Yeah, man.
but it's been a cold one out there. I think there's like 20 different cities that are getting ready for like emergency
Cold weather.
blizzard. Yeah.
California, one of them, I think, right?
I don't know, man.
Snow.
It's
Like,
been
oh
going
my God.
crazy. Yeah, serious. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. But it's been a pretty
Pretty good life.
and a pretty
All right.
interesting week, man.
Figuring this out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Coming at you live. Came back with another episode for you guys.
Yep, definitely. So check us out again. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notifying bell. Every time it buzzes, that's us. We're always going to be here to
Ding,
support
ding.
you misfits. All right. Take it easy.
Nice to see you, misfits, you ugly bastards.
Peace.
Might want to put that one in there.